Hey BladeOps, it's Friday and happy Friday versus video. Today we are doing a versus video with the Benchmade Infidel out the front and the Microtech Combat Troodon. Now the Infidel that we're using is a double-edged and the Combat Troodon is just a single-edged. That's all we had in stock. All the double edges sold out. So other than that, the knives are fairly similar. We're going to go ahead and talk about them, and as always with a versus video, you decide which one you like better. You comment down below and let us know in the comments. So here we go. First off, the Benchmade Infidel. MSRP on these about $400. You're looking at D2 steel, just under 4 inches, and just under 9 inches overall. It's got the trigger on the top. Very, very smooth on the Infidel. You'll notice the trigger on this is going to be a little bit wider than the Combat Troodon. You have some traction here on the handle. Deep pocket clip. The Infidel logo on there. Very, very smooth, like I said. There's the dagger. Good look at the dagger blade. Benchmade logo on it. 5 ounces. And overall, just a smooth, easy to use out the front. Very high quality. You can see the grip there. There's a little bit of an hourglass at the top. Very nice to grip. And then also down here at the bottom if you want to hold it in the dagger grip. So easy to use. D2 steel blade made by Benchmade. We'll set that down. Next up, the Combat Troodon made by Microtech. And this has a little bit heavier feel to it, even though it's 5.3 ounces, almost the exact weight as the Infidel. MSRP on these about $400. So price on the knives, very similar. And as far as blade steel, to be determined, this one happens to be LMAX. I've seen these in S30 or S35 VN. Microtech tends to mix it up depending on the run of knives, but mostly of late they've been using the LMAX steel. You can see there. Has the birth date on it and the serial number. There's a good look at the claw logo. So as far as blade length, they're nearly identical, pretty much the same as you can see there. Overall length the same, maybe a hair longer on the Combat Troodon, and you can see this has a glass breaker or skull cracker. Microtech pocket clip, and there's some good look at the milling, traction points on it. And one of the main differences besides the brands and all that and the ergos is the triggers on the side on the Combat Troodon. So you can see this, the triggers are similarly constructed with the ramp pattern. The Combat Troodon is just a little bit slimmer, of course, because it's on the side of the blade and not the top. And it's a little bit stiffer. The Infidel's a little bit easier to manipulate if you have weak thumbs or if you're concerned about that. The Combat Troodon a little bit stiffer on that. Comes out really nicely. There's a good look at the blade. So glass breaker, Microtech pocket clip, the trigger's on the side, and it can be a hair stiffer. And of course they look different, they're designed different. The Combat Troodon and the Benchmade Infidel. So the knives are overall fairly similar. Of course in the details, when you get down to the deep details, they're a lot different. So we'd really like to know which one you like better and why. The Benchmade Infidel out the front or the Microtech Combat Troodon. There's another versus video on Friday. Comment down below. Check it out. BladeOps.